Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. It is the MRC show that never ends. We are back. Tier 1 action under the lights in the very hot and steamy Jeddah Corniche circuit. One of the newest additions to the Formula 1 calendar. We have been here before, of course, last two seasons ago, I think it was, maybe 3 now. And we are back now racing here tonight under the lights. We've already seen a seriously intense race going through Tier 2 with one safety car and a virtual safety car to call it, which is quite rare, you'd have to say, for Tier 2 in recent times. But now what we're going to see with Tier 1, they normally have their fair share of action and high-octane racing. And joining me in the commentary box in this rather warm and humid commentary box, don't step outside though, it's a little bit chilly, is, well, the other half of the M&Ms. There's no other way to describe him. It's the Lion King himself. It's only Mr. Mark Dennison. Good evening, my friend.
Good evening, we're back!
We are!
After a few weeks off comms, I'm finally back.
Yes, I know, yeah, you've had a bit of a breather, haven't you?
Yeah, not been too well, so I wasn't really up to it. Voice was a bit iffy.
I mean, that just goes for me half the time anyway, when especially with content on these lot.
Oh yeah, you go into hyperdrive, you do. Like, breathe. Stop doing a full-blown crofty.
I know, exactly that. Yes, so we have got 27 corners with a 6.174 kilometre circuit. Quite open. It's a temporary track, temporary street circuit, this one. Quite open for a street circuit. Very fast, very, very flowing. And lap times, well, I think they're going to tumble. I think we're going to see, we saw 28, I think it was, in Tier 2, and I think we're going to see, are we going to see the 27s?
I think we are. Some of these boys are absolute aliens. We've got to see 27s tonight.
Yeah, I think you're probably right with that one. I think you're right. As always, folks, don't forget to like the video, like and subscribe to the channel, and of course all of our social media platforms. Just search MRC F1 Racing Leagues for all things MRC and racing. Share it on your platform, share it on your own social media channels, please, and get the news out there how good we are, because, well, the racing just speaks for itself. There's no point in telling them. Just point them towards a video, point them towards a race, and they will see for themselves. We've seen Ujoni already invalidate his lap time, so we're on board with Donald Duck. Is he going to be a little bit out of water? And he's invalidated as well at the end of Sector 1.
Bergen's at the end of Sector 2 on a medium lap.
All right, this is going to be interesting. I've just noticed, and I think this might upset him, that he's in this car tonight, but one of the challengers for the Tier 2 title, going for back-to-back titles, Mr. Calvin and his zoo, is in a papaya car tonight. I mean, that gives me great joy, I'm not going to lie. That really does.
Your favourite car at the moment.
Well, yeah, my favourite car, and of course, my car. And he's in it! Oh, I hope that feels good to him.
Did you wee in the seat first?
No comment.
So we'll just call you Nico for the rest of the stream then, shall we?
You know, Jensen, wasn't it? Jensen and Fernando, a 30.1 from Calvin.
Nico Rosberg used to do it as well.
Ah, did he? Did not know that.
Instead of getting out of the car, he'd wee himself. He admitted it on one of the shows.
Ah,
before
he
got banned from the grid.
Oh, wow, Lauren, cheer. Wow. That was a bit slippery and slidey through Sector 1. Oh, they were in the 29s.
29A, he's really stepped up from Tier 2 tonight.
He was quick in Tier 2. We had a good little battle in the opening stages, and unfortunately then he went facing the other way, but he was very, very quick. As Reese. And then Dynamite Kid's on it. But we're looking at, I'm not going to mention any spoilers, but we're looking at the returning. The prodigal son has returned, one of the original MRC drivers. admins, and he wasn't a commentator, but he was definitely one of the admins and stewards as well. Ever Voice, so good to see him back, and it was good. Actually, I did a bit of wheel-to-wheel battle with him as well in the race prior. You'll have to watch it, folks, if you haven't already. But it is great to see him back, and great to see him racing well and racing fast.
Oh, he was ridiculously fast.
He was.
I think with his pace, he's a tier 1 boy.
I think so. I think one of our other drivers, the Leaky Hosepipers, has said actually it was just this track he liked. So we'll see. But he was so fast as well. Was the Hosepipe? Just there was no point really defending against him.
Oh, I know he's fast. He absolutely smashed it last time we raced him on the other game.
Yes, he did. True. Very true. So let's have a look at who have we got. Mr. Hills.
Oh, he's just invalidated.
Yeah, he has.
LRL seems to be on a slow one.
Yeah, and so Xavier, he's invalidated as well. So we got Mr. Hills. How's the hangover? I hope he can see straight.
Clearly not that bad. He managed to race better than I did.
Yeah, I think. Where did he finish? I'm not actually sure where Martin finished.
I'm not actually sure either.
No, don't know.
Maybe you can tell us, or I'll go have a quick look now.
Yeah, his head's sore still. Well, get another one and just top up, and it'll just numb the pain. That's what I'd advise. It's all good. I have a rumski, as always.
Well, there's no surprise there. Hodgie and a rum.
No,
hand in hand.
They do.
No, it was 12th, was Martin.
Ooh, just outside the points.
Don't know if penalties played anything into that, because it was very tight by the looks of it.
Yeah, it was. It was very, very tight at the end. I think the top 5 were separated by less than 2 seconds, potentially. So, yeah,
they were.
At the end, all penalties taken into consideration that the game gave. Obviously, results were provisional. He's still going. He's not finished yet. That's the trooper. That's how you do it. Good lad. It is Christmas, after all. Well, nearly. Christmas week. You've got to enjoy yourself once in a while.
Bar humbug. I'm working till Friday.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've got the beard. You could pull it off.
I said bar humbug, not ho ho
ho. Okay, then dye it green.
Maybe the spirit will kick in at the end of the week when I actually get some days off.
Yeah, I think that's more than likely, I would imagine.
I mean, fair play to me, boss. I've got quite a few days off and not lost any money for it, so...
well. All's fair. No, I'm off now.
I'm not used to getting 1 or 2 days off, and if I want them paid, I have to book holiday.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally I'm not even allowed to do that. I have to book 5 days off. If I want a weekend off, or 2 days, I've got to book a week to get paid. Go figure.
That's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, welcome to the motor trade.
Because a lot of people like to spread the days out. You'll take a week here and there and then use the other couple of weeks as days.
Yeah, like a long weekend or something like that you used to enjoy. Can't even do that now. But hey ho, let's have a who have we got? We've got a few people starting their second laps, just back out, but still in the 29s. I have a feeling that is going to absolutely tumble down. Martin said, actually, no, he's not racing. He's not drinking. He's just still racing. Oh, that's Seppi's retired. Where is that? I actually don't know where that is.
It's like end of the first sector.
Oh, it is. Yes, it is.
Coming out of the chicane before the straight and the hairpin.
Yep,
where Sarge is at the moment.
It is, as G-Star's popped it into 7th. Let's have a look with the man that you mentioned, Mr. J. Sarge. As Ujoni goes. He's the first one into the 28 qualifiers. Well, does Ujoni.
Yeah, he really is rapid. It's like he's got a rocket strapped to his Mercedes.
Yeah, he's really pulled it on this season, hasn't he? He's given Reese, Dynamite, the Rappel, a few of the other guys something to really, really think about now that...
Sarge is nearly a second up, though.
Yes, this is the whole
This
point
is
of the
looking good.
track evolving, and now he knows where the grip is, he knows how his tyres feel. It's just that first banker is a good one, just to know exactly where you can go, where you can push. Oh, I think he had a little bit of a twitch in the middle of the turn 27.
There's a wall there, Jason.
There is. You don't want to hit that one, but you might get a little bit of a helpful long distance tour, and he does do 29.2.
Lost about 2/10 off that, but that's still a good time.
It is. It is a
Especially
very good time.
he's only recently taken the traction control off as per the Tier 1 rules.
He has, yes. Yeah.
He's really taken to it quite well.
Yeah, I mean, you take him off as well, haven't you? And you say that, you know, it's easier to do on this game. A lot of people say that. I can't do it. Chatty Duck. Well, he's not Daffy anymore. He's popped on provisional pole with a great lap time just ahead. Let's have a look now down to, former champion Saviour on his next run. Invalidated his first one, as did many of the drivers.
See who else is on track. Like I'll watch Laurentier.
Yeah, we need to come up with a new nick for him.
Yeah, we really do. Although if that time's right, he's a second and a half up at the end of the first sector.
Wow. That's the one. It is a tight killer. I did that
earlier on my second lap. I was a second up at the end of the first sector.
His second lap? Wow. That's insane.
Well, obviously fresh set of tyres, but I had a bit of an issue in the first sector on my first lap. Because there was a driver in the middle of the sector. They were off the racing line, it just took me attention too much.
Yeah.
Obviously not their fault, they tried to keep out of the way. But I just lost my attention because of it. And backed off too much, so it cost me a lot of time in the corners.
It's quite easy to do round here because you're going at such high speeds. It is very, very easy to do that. I'm trying to see who's on a fast lap at the moment. Well, the Willie boys, Chris Bailey's got apparently...
See what Laurentier's got.
Yeah.
28.8. 1.8 second improvement. And there goes Kid with a new pole.
He's back. There he is. 28.6. I think it was 28.4, wasn't it? Was the pole time in Tier 2.
I believe so, yeah, because you were fairly close to it.
Yeah, and then I made one slight mistake in the last sector going through turns 22 and 23. And that,
it was 29 something you had, wasn't it? And wasn't it a 28.8?
Yeah, I was, and I was on for a 28.5.
I mean, the pole time, I think, was 28.8.
No, it was 28. Husband got a 28.8 to his first lap. And then improved by about 4/10.
He is ridiculous fast at this track.
Yeah, he is. Let's have a look. Who is on? Everyone seems to be on a slow lap. Now is restarting a lap. He's not. He's pitting. 5 minutes left of the session, so there's time for the drivers to pop back in. Swap on another set of boots. I'll tell you who we're going to do. We're going to, because he will be starting. Let's have a look, see if anyone's going to be starting a lap shortly.
Fair play to Gibbon.
Yep. Tier 4 driver?
Yeah. I mean, he's borderline Tier 3.
Yeah.
But we've got a Tier 4 driver reserving in Tier 1.
Yeah.
And he doesn't normally use no traction control.
No, he doesn't, does he?
He's been practicing it recently because he was doing some lobbies the other day.
But we're going to know.
I practice without it, but I don't race without it other than X. I'm aiming to have it off for next season.
Yeah, I need to do that myself, to be honest with you. It's my next voyage, I think, my next thing to try. Might do it while we're off for a bit. While we do have, unfortunately, folks, we've got, sorry to break the bad news, 2 weeks, I've got a week off. We've got 2 weeks until the next round of MRC, where we're going to the Democratic... Is it Democratic? I think Republic of China is given his full title. But yes, we are at the China circuit. That'll be on the 2nd of January, so put a note in your diaries, jot that down. We do, though, have a very special Christmas event, which is going to be broadcast live to you on the 28th. Could be wrong, 27th, 28th, I think
believe
it is.
it's the 28th.
Yeah.
I think you're right with that.
Yeah. Not sure exact. Well, we know where it is. Well, we know where it's going to be, don't we?
We think we do.
Yeah.
Even we haven't been letting on that one properly yet.
No, we haven't. Nobody actually knows where this race is going to be. Yeah, we know the format. I don't think he knows.
I think he does.
Well, you give the Banshee credit. But does he know?
I don't think he knows which sock goes on what foot some days.
To be fair, he'll probably back that statement up.
But if we're taking the credit away from him, then let's take it away from him.
But yeah, we're going to have, I think it's a 30-minute practice session, a one-shot qualifying, followed by a full race distance with the circuit yet to be fully decided. So that is going to be, I think, on the 28th of December. So again, ring the bell if you haven't subscribed, and then please do, as Gibbon puts in a 32.8 on his run. What we're going to do next, we're going to find a driver on an outlap, which is going to be... Oh, I think I've just seen somebody start a lap. Who was that? Started a lap. Because I would like to do... Sorry about this, folks. I'm finding somebody on lap. I would like to go around and do... I think it is. The blowhole of the Baileys is on a fast lap. So we'll take you through his own turn 2 and 3. Already now he goes up into 4. Easy to overshoot that one and get the braking wrong. 5 double apex, that is 6 flat out into 7. Be patient on the throttle through 8, through 9, get tighter, and then you've got 10s tempting through 11 to open the throttle as Chris Bailey does and invalidates his lap time. So easy to do round there. I think we may have cursed him.
I think you may have done.
Yeah, but we're going to now snip back and we're going to go back to the same spot with Jed. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to stop doing this on board stuff. I just honestly, every time I go on board with somebody, yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss it for a couple of weeks, so I might as well try it. Oh, so Johnny 28.3 now. Snatches that back from the Dynamite himself, who's rounding. He's going to start his fast lap now. Do I dare ride on board with the current Tier 1 champion? Well, why not? He doesn't crack under pressure. Late braking up to the 100-metre board. Gets that car stopped. Takes the curve for turn 2. And this is 3 flat out. Uses all of the track available to him. And again, the heavy braking at the 50-metre board. Gets that car turned just about nicely through the double apex 5. There's 6 flat out. They're now patient on the throttle through. Wow. Through 9 there. There's 10 and now 11. Just about uses all of the track in the white line. There was actually a corner. That was 12, believe it or not. And to the long hairpin of turn 13. Easy to lose the rear on exit, but uses all of that really nicely. And then this is turn 14, not much of a corner. 15 was that one on the entrance into 16. And then 17, easy again to outbrake yourself and get the front end sliding. And 18 was a corner there. This is turn 19 and now 20. And then through turn 21, not really corners, just not so much of a straight, not a straight. Here's turn 22. Oh, he nearly runs wide. Oh, that'll put him off the Alpine through 23 and 24. This is turn 25. Again, the corner that's not really a corner, it's just ever-ending turn 26 before the late heavy braking into the final. Nearly a hairpin turn 27, gets the traction down as a run towards the line. Now Dynamite, can he take and snatch it off Joni and take pole position? He does! 300th of a second.
Wow.
Snatches pole position from Joni. Donald Duck, wow, what a great lap time. Popped it in the third LFL briefly there. He was under pressure, pops it into 4th. Lawrence Shear currently in 5th. Reese will start down in 6th position.
Calvin's just jumped to 9th.
He has, wow, great lap from Calvin. Sarge in the Alfa Romeo is 7th. Is an invalidated. Nick BT is slowed on his lap as well, so he will start 8th. Calvin in 9th. Liverpool in 10th. Then the Willy Boys, Chris Bailey and Bergen separated by less than a 10th of a second. Everybody's on his return to Tier 1 starts 13th. G-Star in 14th. Floppy Head Saviour, who is currently down in 16th. Mark Ainley in 17th. Anton in 18th, Gibbon in 19th, and Seppi retired from the session. Did not manage to set a lap time. I can't. Well, at least I didn't curse somebody.
You not brought the Hodgie curses tonight, then?
No, well, I bought 2, and I used it on Chris and J Sarge, so I'm all out now.
I'm starting to wonder if he used it on Seppi. I mean, I think he's won the last 2 in a row, and suddenly he doesn't qualify.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I didn't even go on board with him. I'm taking no responsibility for that one. I am innocent, Your Honour. Your Honour, it wasn't me.
You're the lead com, it's all down to you.
I know, yeah. Let's just do that. And there we go, folks.
Why do you think I made you the lead tonight?
Oh, is that what it was? It was all a ploy.
It was.
It was a cunning plan.
I have a cunning plan.
There we are, folks. The top 10. Kid Dynamite 3 hundredths of a second from Mojoni. Chatty Duck 2, just under 3 tenths further back, and then LRL under 4 tenths back in 4th. Lauren, I need to come up with the nickname of that. Just Lauren. Lauren is in 5th. Reese in 6th. The Sergeant Major is in 7th. Nick BT in 8th. Calvin with a great lap in 9th. Very, very close as well to nipping even 7th spot from J Sarge as well. And then Liverpool rounds out the top 10. Strategy's going to be interesting, I think, around here.
I think we're going to see a mix of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of medium tyres being used. We saw that in Tier 2, didn't we? And I'll tell you who I'm going to be interested. I'll be surprised if he changes his strategy. But Calvin used the mediums to great effect and extended them very long and managed to get the softs at the end. Possibly help from the safety car, but at the same time, he would have extended them to, I think it was like lap 18 or something ridiculous.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just, I couldn't do that in the hards. I gave in with those.
I think he's been getting tips off Ryan on how to whisper to the tyres.
Yeah, need to stop that. Let's have a quick look then. Who are we? Ooh, okay, so we weren't far off with most people going on the medium tyres. Nick BT is the leader on the hard tyres. Bergen, Error Voice, Saviour, Mark Ainley. Interesting that Error Voice did start in the mediums last time round, has now gone for the hard tyres this time round. Big surprise, one driver on the soft compound tyres is LRL.
Well, Martin did it in ours.
Ah, you did mention that. Yeah, you did mention that. Good evening, Ant. Good to have you with us as always. So, Ant on the medium tyres in 18th spot, hoping to get the jump, especially on Saviour Mark Ainley, the hard compound tyre runners early on to make the most of them. And it's, like I say, you can save the tyres if you're following and don't quite have that straight line speed. You can make the tyres last, and I don't know if that's what Calvin was doing. I mean, he seemed quick enough in the straight line, to be fair, but you can make these things last, and I'll be interested more so to see what LRL's going to do with those soft tyres.
Yeah, because I think they only go for about 7 laps.
Yeah, I think so. And with heavy fuel, that is going to be very, very interesting to see what you can do with them. See how they're going to feel. There's a bit of a gap. I think Lauren's dropped back a touch. Needs to speed that one up.
Yeah, it really does. That's a hell of a gap.
It is, isn't it?
As long as it catches up before we get to the grid.
Yeah, well, luckily the tyres... Yeah, the tyres do seem to keep the temperature once you're on the grid. There we go. You can see the stop strategy, medium to hard, or medium hard tyres. Only going 9 to 15 laps. I don't see that. It's about 18 seconds for a pit stop round here. So, would you gain that back? I don't think you would on fresh tyres. I don't think the offset is that big. I mean, every voice says differently. When I was in second place and he was just disappearing down the road like there's no tomorrow. He was there and then he wasn't. But I think that's I think that's Fabian just being Fabian.
Yeah, seems to be. It's been away for ages. Apparently only just got the game and is still ridiculously fast.
Yeah. I'm going to call him out on that one. I smell lies, but we'll come back to that now as we have got 3, 4 and 5 lights and we go racing. Did not hold him very long at all. We're going to nip to the start. Oh, Johnny gets an absolute monster start. He's already up last. He's already in the lead under the braking zone. What a start from the Mercedes, man. Chatty Duck, no one really moving. J Sarge got a monster start as well, battling with Reese. Launcher down 2, Liverpool down a couple. Nick BT's down quite a few, unfortunately, as well. Loppy, not sure what happened in turn 1 there. He got caught in something, so did Gibbon. But look at that, Ujoni already half a second. He got ahead of Dynamite. What a great launch he had. And away he goes.
Did. Seems to be a fine art getting the starts right on with the no traction.
Yeah, that's something that scares me more than anything, I think.
It is much easier on this game, I've noticed.
Okay.
Compared to what it was last game, where I just seemed to hit the wall every time.
You mean like me in Portugal?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, that one. Cool. And Liverpool last time out.
You felt like you were back to being a kid and your mum's called you in for your tea.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, ooh, yeah, go.
You certainly do.
Damn, there's a pit wall there and my car won't vault it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like ditching. You know when you drop everything when you're getting shouted at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. So Reese has got a gap about 9/10 of a second to Chatty Duck. He was up 2. He's got Sarge for company. He's got LRL for company, and this is rather close quarters. We've got a few drivers here, but no one really pulling away. The biggest gap on the field is Bergen down to his teammate, which is 1.2 seconds. At the moment, Nick all over the back of him trying to get back up. Seppi, last on the grid, I've obviously upset him somewhere on the line. He's up to 13th already at the end of lap 1. That car definitely set up probably for race pace and straight line speed. Boy's not having a good time down in 17th and his opening lap. Floppy in 19th through Scott Gibbon, our Tier 4 driver, currently bringing up the rest of the field, but it's a long way to go. It's a busy lap, this one. It's you think there's a lot of straights, but it is still busy to pick your line through them, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. 'Cause they're not straights as such, they've got kinks in them.
Yeah,
so
they're all
if you're trying to go
classed as corners.
side by side with somebody, you can't just stand in a straight line. You can, obviously, to some extent, if you're on your own. But if you're trying to go side by side, you've really got to concentrate on what you're doing.
Yeah, you're right there. You've got to pick your side and pick your line and stick to it and allow that extra space. That you're right there, because 1 minute you're on the outside and there's plenty of room, and suddenly it's your inside line and vice versa, and it is very, very tricky to do. So,
I'm sure
oh no! Look at that! Johnny's left the session. Johnny's had an internet issue. His car is ghosted, and Dynamite is going to just come straight through him. There he is on the last corner. Oh no!
He's about to get mugged by a Chatty Duck as well.
He is. Oh, I really hope he can get. He said he's come up on Discord. His game's crashed. Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking. Oh, fingers crossed he can actually get that game restarted, get back into the lobby as soon as possible, so he doesn't lose too many places, but the field's so tightly bunched. Seppi now up to 11th. Yeah, please do, that'd be fantastic, as he's just going down and down the field. I can't bear to watch, I need to move on. So, we have now got the middle-aged firecracker in his Ferrari. He's got Donald Duck behind him, and Reese. We haven't come up with anything witty for the Whitcomb yet to come, and that's me saying I'm witty. That doesn't say anybody else. And the Sergeant Major in 4th as well. Good evening to the 19 people who are watching. Please do get involved on the YouTube chat. Tell me who you want to see, what you want to see. Tell me your thoughts about this track, about the strategies, I'll say anything within reason. But yeah, please do get involved. Love to have a bit of banter on the YouTube chat. Seppi now up to 10th spot already, and I think that's because there's been a spinny McLaren, and the papaya of Calvin's gone round, and he's now dropped to 19th spot. Oh, he's having such a good opening race as well. He was in 9th. Well, he started in 9th. Seppi up to 9th. Speaking of 9th, yep, Seppi up into 9th spot of 11 spots from his grid position, but we are going to cut away from that for now. We're going to look at this Chatty Duck in the DRS of the Firecracker. Is he going to be close enough? Dynamite with the fastest lap of the race, trying and doing everything he can to try to bridge a gap. And it seems to be, I don't know if you found him out, when you get to a certain point, like maybe a sense where he is now, the dirty air can be quite tricky. And it's not as bad as it used to be, obviously, on previous games, but it is still there.
Yeah, I found in the first sector I was following Baby Hornet and I just had no grip. And I spun round for no reason at all. Yep, managed to do it for another 20 odd laps, and about 20 laps, no problem.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that. Oh, Seppi.
Because I'd hit the dirty air.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? As soon as you get that, it just unsettles the car. The grip's not there, you understeer, and the grip's not there at the rear because there's downforce isn't there as well. So, very, very tricky, and we could be seeing Chatty Duck having that little issue as well. I mean, it didn't bother the hose pipe that much, I must have to say, in our little battles, which was very, very good.
A way around it.
Yes, he did. Yes, go faster, I think is what it was.
Has he been getting coaching advice off Jay Sarge?
Oh, I hope he hasn't.
Drive faster, be less...
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Jay Sarge, he's made a move under the DRS and has now got past...
There was no Mr. DRS Wickham. There.
There is DRS there, but now it's reversed, and he's going to be under pressure from Reese, who's got it wide open. I'm surprised I didn't see Jay Sarge's ERS light, but already before the break, and Jay Sarge trying to keep it, but can't. He's trying to, maybe even trying to get the switch back. Does get a good drive out of 2 across 3, but it's a short run down to turn 4, not really an overtaking place, so that's going to have to go back to Reese and his status quo as you were from the previous lap. Liripel on the back of Lauren. I'm sure it's a French name. I'm going to have to say that in Francais, aren't I? Lauren. Is it Lauren?
Lauren.
Yes, that'll do. We've got the aristocracy in here. We've got the aristocracy in here.
I think we should have Gavin here to butcher it.
I'm sure he'll do something on the YouTube comments. I have
sure
no
he was
doubt.
Pretty happy yesterday that they didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I was actually out and I still haven't seen it.
It's actually a good match.
Apparently so. Wow, look at that. That was the first DRS zone, and Jay Sarge wasting absolutely no time. We were on about the left-right of the not-so-straight, and Jay Sarge still got the DRS and still managed to make the move on Reese. But has he got enough of a gap around the last couple of corners? Reese decided not really to use the DRS on that particular occasion. He's going to try and get the drive out of 27, and Sarge gets a little bit twitchy and hits the wall as well. That's really, really going to compromise him. Is this going to allow Reese to get alongside? He's there, the DRS is open. Jay Sarge, there it is, the light's flashing. We took a lap longer than we thought, but Reese still holding station. Interesting.
Definitely.
Yep, chat. And Donald Duck still giving the firecracker something to think about. He's not going away.
Firecracker's used a lot of his ERS as well. It's down to 30%.
Yeah,
Donald Duck's got like 73.
Good, one bit. There we are. Oh, he does, saving it really well. It's one of those, I got down to about 30% and then I thought, oh, hang on, I better save this. And it doesn't really come back as quick as you think it's going to.
No, because a lot of these corners aren't braking zones, they're just kinks.
Yeah, and there's like a shift down to 4th, a shift down to 5th. And then you're back on power very, very quickly again. It's almost you're changing down just to get the turn in. And then you're back on power. So you're right, it's not a heavy braking zone, it's not a prolonged braking zone as we see in a lot of other circuits. I think the heaviest braking is into turn 1, and the second heaviest we'd have to say is into the last corner, turn 27, and that's about it for the lap, isn't it?
Yeah, there really ain't a lot of big braking zones here, so there's not a lot of places to harvest.
No, but look at this, Charlie Duck's trying to go on the outside of turn 25 and turn 26. He's going to be ahead in the braking zone. Leaves enough room for Dynamite, goes a little bit wide. Is this going to allow Dynamite to come back at him? Dynamite ducks back in, he does have the ERS, but look at that, the ERS is getting dumped on overtake mode from the Haas, trying to keep ahead, and does do it. So Donald Duck has now taken the lead of this Tier 1 race round the circuit of Jeddah.
I've seen it on a few videos I've watched. The ERS on this game is very, very OP.
Yeah.
If you save enough of it, get past somebody, even if they've got DRS, they can't generally catch you.
Yeah, it's a strange one. It is a strange one. It's our favourite Frenchman. I bet he's not even French. Has now got a 3-second penalty. Seppi all over the back of the blowhole of the Bailey. This is going to be an interesting one. I think Ujoni looks like he's back in the session. He is. His car's not ghosted anymore. So he's now going to be back. He's going to be seeing red. Not the blue in his mirror, not the blue above him. He's going to be seeing red, and he's going to be on an absolute mission and on a charge to get those positions back. 2.4 seconds the gap to Lirapel, who's hounding the papaya of Laurent Chier. But he's got Bailey, who's just fallen outside of that DRS at the moment, and I think Seppi does have it. Is Seppi going to have a look at the Williams? He's already dispatched one. I think Bergen's had a moment, actually, because he was on the back of Seppi. Now Nick BT's gone past. Lirapel does take Laurent Chier under the other DRS, which is this point, exactly that, and now there it is. Seppi does get past the blowhole of the Baileys and up into 8th, of course, starting last now. Well, that's early. Chatty Duck has pitted on lap 8.
That is very, very early.
Well, you expect him to go to about
that 12:13.
Yeah, that's the recommended stop. What's going on? The hard tyres are going on. He's got a nose change. I wonder if he's had a moment. He's got a front nose change.
Oh, I think he clipped the wall, actually.
Oh, yes, he did, yes.
Is it turn 3? I believe he clipped the wall there.
I may have missed that or just not seen it. But I'll tell you what now.
He's probably broken his wing and decided to pit.
Yeah, he will have done. But I'll tell you what.
It costs you a lot round here.
Yeah, it's so high speed, isn't it? You need that turn. You need that grip on the front end at the higher speeds to get that turn and to stop the understeer, which is very, very harmful round here. But I'll tell you what now. This is going to be interesting. Now we've got... Oh, this is a battle I've wanted to see for ages. We've got a 3-time former champion Sarge on the back of the Dynamite with Reese in close company, and of course the flashing light for J Sarge. It wouldn't be J Sarge or Red Car Rambo for that matter without the flashing light. Actually, Calvin does the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of them don't save the ERS.
Yeah, it's personal choice, isn't it? Personal choice.
I prefer to keep it for when I'm in a good battle towards the end of the race.
I just use it for any battle I need it for, to be perfectly honest.
Because if I've got a full tank versus somebody with barely any, I know I've got a straight line advantage.
Exactly that, and when you are battling, it does seem to pick up. I think Sarge is running a very, very low ride height. You could see the sparks along the start-finish straight. It's not normally one for a huge amount of sparks because you generally have the ride height set a bit higher than you would think to stop the rear wing from stalling at those higher speeds, and also to use some of the curbs that you can kind of bounce over a touch. However, now with a 3-second time penalty. And these are the curbs I was talking about through there at the end of the first sector, which is 11 and 12.
Hooks up, though.
It does, doesn't it? He does through there. Either that, I wonder if he's running
for his setup.
I know, yeah, I should have actually.
Well, I won 2 championships with his setups last season. Maybe I should have gone back to him.
Sharing's caring. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Well, he was my coach at that point, but
of course
he's not anymore, so I try and make my own now and fail miserably.
It's one that does take a bit of time, and you find something that works for you, but at the same point you find something that you think is going to work because it's similar to previous, and it just doesn't seem to happen. And that gap has opened up to now to 1.2 a second. Reese has dropped back to 1.2 as well. Now, this is where the tyres are starting to fade a tiny amount, or it could be the dirty air syndrome again.
Could be either. They could even be sensible and saving the tyres a bit.
Well, potentially.
Actually, why did I say that? It's tier 1.
That's why I was just trying to be nice. So we've got Lirapel's also looking a bit handy in this one now. Starting from 10th on the grid. Lauren up there as well in 5th, keeping a hold. Seppi up to 6th. Wow. He's 2.7. He is absolutely flying. So that gap was about 2.4. It's now 2.7. But it's not bad, because if those guys start stalling each other, start battling and holding each other up a little bit, that gap soon will drop. Now 2.9 seconds. Got Loppy in the pits as well for his first stop. I mean, the tyres, you've got 13 laps left. So the medium tyres that go to the hards, yes, they will easily go that length. Is it one where people just don't want to use the hards? Because the tyre warm-up can take a good lap and a half?
Yeah, that's why I'd rather use the hards at the beginning of the race. Because at least you get the formation lap to warm them up.
Yeah.
But
then it's just the grip takes a bit. Yeah, it just takes a race. It just takes a little bit of time for them to fully, grip up a little bit, I find.
Yeah, it definitely takes the time. I won't want to come out of the pits and be on them.
No. 100%. Oh, Scalvin's hit the inside of the wall! Oh, he tried to take it a little bit too tight, and that's just an easy overtake for Donald Duck. Obviously on those hard tyres after his pit stop, and wing change. Sarge is now in the pits. He has bailed from second position. That has freed Reese up to chase down the Firecracker. Currently leading this race by 2.5 seconds.
Calvin's
now.
Heading to pit. He's missing an end plate.
Yeah, we saw him just kiss the inside wall through turn 24. I'm not used to saying numbers this high. Oh, Dynamite's got a penalty.
That's not something we see very often.
It's not, and I think that with how tight this field is and how some of these guys are on a charge. Seppi now has taken half a second out of Laurencio. A bit longer now. They've got down to 2 seconds. I think that 3 seconds could potentially be costly at the end of the race. Could it cost him a victory? Could it even cost him a podium?
It's highly possible because this seems to be a very close racing track.
It is, yeah. We've got a few gaps. We've got a few. Bergen 3.2 off Nick. Seppi 2.3, drop back a touch off Lauren, and now that gap from Dynamite is actually opening up a little bit. 3 seconds he's gone. We're just on board with Bailey, who's kind of got one of those gaps, 2.2, and then Nick's 1.4 further back as well. Bergen's got a bit of company. Xavier, he's up to 11th now, so he's had a good start. But he's got the fresh tyres of Jay Sarge hunting him down with DRS as well. Sarge wants to make the most of these, but there we go. Look at that, the top 3 all pitting now. Seppi as well pitting in response to Sarge. So let's have a look. We're going to have to go on board of Dynamite. He's now released from his pit box, but Sarge is going down the pit straight. Who is going to get this one? Where is Dynamite? There's Sarge! There's Sarge on the track, and he's going to get him. Sarge is going to get the undercut. Oh, is he? It's very tight. They're nearly side by side through 2. Dynamite, they are side by side out of 3. Sarge has got the warmer tyres. Dynamite's got the inside line and gives it up. Sarge has got the job done with the undercut.
Sensible from Kid there to give it up.
Yeah, could have very easily tried to take that on the inside, couldn't he?
He's not going to have the traction.
Yeah,
it's
exactly
not really worth the risk.
Not at this stage, no. I totally agree with you on that one. He's also now got Mark Ainley, who hasn't pitted yet in the Alpine. Let's have a quick look at the pit stops. Yeah, Mark Ainley has not pitted. About half the field have now made their stop. Anton yet to pit. Gibbon yet to pit. Our Voice as well now up in 11th. He's got given Reese something to think about after Reese's pit stop. You can just see him there in the background, the Alpha Tauri coming through, chasing down Mark Ainley. He wants to close that gap to Dynamite as quickly as he can, does Reese. While Dynamite's trying to warm his tyres, trying to think, is Mark Ainley going to try and make a move? Is Mark Ainley going to fight for position? Mark Ainley's like flashing though, so he's not going to have the overall acceleration and straight line speed as Lauren Stewart now pits, who Joni takes the race lead, which he held early on, of course, before that connection issue. And still to pit though as well.
Yeah, that connection issue has been a little bit costly for him, but knowing Agoni, he will fight back. He'll still be up there at the end.
Yes, I think you're right with that one. I disagree. What happened to Nick? I just saw him drop down a little bit there. I don't know if he had a moment out of 2 and 3. Was a little bit wide through 4. Just for good measure. Maybe just failing him slightly. Oh, he goes wide. 5-second penalty for Gibbon. No! Speeding in the pit lane. Oh, that's painful. I think Nick's tyres are a little bit dead. running wide, and now Reese gets past him on the way down to the hairpin. Oh, he's lost the front wing. That explains quite a lot. That's going to force him into his pit stop. So now let's have a look at the tyres that we have there. Ujoni on the medium tyres, saving now with a 3-second penalty as well for his troubles with multiple warnings. So let's have a look. So Sarge is on the back of Bergen, absolutely charging at this moment with his tyres now up to temperature. He knows where the grip of those hard tyres are, which, to be fair, he's just set a purple middle sector as well. That's serious.
Oh yeah. These boys don't let it go until the very bitter end, though.
Yeah, true.
We're not going to know who's going to win until they cross the line and it's announced.
Yeah. Ujoni is now pitted from the lead, so that means Bergen takes over the lead of this race, still to pit, of course. He can go a little bit longer if he so chooses on those hard compound tyres. This should be feeling okay at this point, maybe just starting to lose a little bit of the overall traction that he had early on. But now he's got Sarge for company, and oh, Sarge just clipped the inside of the wall. I think that was for the tyre though, so I think he'll get away with it. But that's actually quite easy to do, to be perfectly honest. Bergen goes wide. Sarge has now got a penalty.
Just went a little bit wide in that first sector.
Yeah, that is absolutely. So that now we have got a straight fight with Sarge and the Firecracker. Plus, Reese is going to be hounding Mark Haney, trying to get past him as quickly as he physically can to get on the back of these guys.
Where have we seen this battle before?
Oh, yeah.
Sarge versus Kid. I wonder if Sarge has still got PTSD. That Silverstone 100%er Kid Dynamite did the last to first.
That was...
We took him on like the last lap.
Yeah, that was a mental one. I think... I wonder if that'll be in the back of his mind. I wonder.
It probably is.
Yeah, there'll be something there.
This Firecracker is not getting past me.
Exactly that. And it's closer this lap to Bergen. Is he going to be able to have the DRS? Is it going to work? Of course, no ERS light, unfortunately for him. But Bergen does seem to pull away. He's got a good car in a straight line. Sarge not able to get close enough to make a move into turn one. All the while, this is going to help Dynamite. Mark Haney does pit and releases LRL. Actually, tell you what, I've missed something here. We have missed something. Down in 13th with a pit stop
is Reese.
Has he got damage? Where's his pit box? There it is. He's got no front wing.
We really did miss that one.
I was just looking and thought, well, McKenny's pitted. That's released Reese, and then Reese isn't there. We've got LRL instead. I'm thinking, hang on, what happened there?
Sarge has got past Bergen.
He has.
Although Bergen's not letting it go.
He's not. That was in the hairpin. This is side by side. Bergen's got the inside line. We're going to have to go. And Bergen does try to take the inside line and goes wide. And now he's had to take them to the escape. And that's just allowed Sarge to sweep round the outside. And now Dynamite as well has got past Bergen. Either both got DRS somehow, but they managed it. But look at this, Dynamite now only 6/10. So that little bit of a hold-up play that Bergen's done, racing his own race, still to pit, of course, has cost Steer Sarge a good second and a half.
Something like that, yeah.
And we have got a fight on. Oh, Sarge a little bit wide. Let's have a quick look. I want to see. 36%.
In that barber shop.
He certainly will. How about that? And then LRL now pits as well. 10 laps on those mediums. 2-stop strategy, of course. Rick BT has retired from this race. Quite an awkward. Oh, we've got a safety car.
It's a full safety as well.
Oh, this is going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons. This is going to hurt Lawrence. Oh, I think Johnny will have.
This might help Bergen a lot.
This has really helped Bergen. Bergen has looked in completely with this one. Who else has not?
Pit stop for him, and is the only one that still needs to actually pit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So he'll probably lose what, about 9-10 seconds. So I'm trying to look at the gaps, trying to work something out. 3, 5. And might come out
behind his teammate.
I was going to say about where his teammate is. Yeah, exactly that.
I reckon just behind.
I think he's going to be very close.
Another 10.5 seconds down the road.
Yeah. So get out ahead of that. We saw drive. Obviously, the safety car in T was a laps later. We saw a few drivers dive in and take the soft tyres. I'm interested to see what Bergen's going to do. I'm interested to see what the top two are going to do as well. Are they going to stick it out on the hards, or are they going to dive in and potentially go for a set of softs?
I think if too many go for it, they'll go for it. But the problem is they're the first ones to arrive on scene.
Yeah.
That's the problem with leading a race. It's you're the one who kind of sets the bar for everybody else.
Yeah, it is that age-old do you, don't you, do you, don't you. Now, what's Sarge going to do? Oh, he thought about it. He tried to kid into it. You can't kid. Oh, he tried. Bergen, of course, does take the pit stop. Liverpool takes it as well. Donald Duck takes it. Seppi doesn't. He's gone for a track position. I tell you what, this is going to be some race from Seppi. From last on the grid up to third. Most drivers are pitting.
Bailey stayed out.
Yeah, he has. Bergen has gone for medium. He's taking just a little bit too long to go for the soft tyres, so mediums it is. LOL mediums. Liverpool, Chetty Duck, Ujoni, Lauren Joe, medium tyres. Xavier has also pitted as well as Floppy Loppy. Xavier has gone for the soft tyres, so that's going to be really interesting to see how much he can save them under the safety car and see how much he's going to be able to use them afterwards.
So after all that, Bergen is 5th on the fresh mediums.
Wow.
Talk about looking out when the four in front of him were on hards.
Exactly that. The only one in that top group is Chris Bailey without a penalty. Everyone else has got 3 seconds. LRL's looking good in 6, no penalties. G-Star has had a quiet race, you'd have to say. We haven't really featured... what did I call him? The old MSN name, didn't it, with the X's, the kisses.
Yep.
I did. Our team draw this season. Yeah, so he's in 7th. A bit of a quiet race. Mark Haney doing the job as well in 8th. Liverpool in 9th. Up and down a little bit from him. Donald Duck after his other pit stop now in 10th. Ujoni Launcher as well, just outside of the points. Everybody's got a 5-second penalty. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he was speeding in the pit lane or not. I think we're going to have one other lap behind this safety car, just looking where the drivers are coming into sector 1, Anton and Gibbon. Then I think we may get to go racing and have about 7-8 laps of full bore racing. With the top
end of lap 28 we go racing, I reckon.
18 even. I ain't doing 28 laps. I ain't doing 28.
Well, we could. We'll just extend it forward, make it 35.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, well, they can cut. What's going to be interesting is...
Michael Massey is at play.
I mean, we've got Chris on 4-lap hard tyres with his teammate behind him. They are in a party, we know this. Same with Calvin down in 16th, who's unfortunately just not gone his way this evening. Had an incredible race in Tier 2, not gone his way in Tier 1, unfortunately. Would Chris let his teammate go? Or is Chris thinking, well, actually, these guys have got some penalties ahead, let me have a go at them, and then let Bergen have a go as well on while his mediums and then up to temperature?
Yeah, them two are pretty good at playing the team game, so I reckon Chris won't make it hard for him.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Knowing that Bergen's on the better tyres, and if he gets ahead, he could try and back the pack into Chris.
Yeah, can.
I know all Chris needs to do is hang on, because he's got no penalty anyway.
True.
So if he can hang on close, he could be on for a really good position here.
Yeah, we are unsure of what's going to happen at the end of this race, folks. There's not something you could call. We've still got the other two a little bit further. Have they just dropped a bit back, Anton? I think, have they had another pit stop? I think they have.
I think Gibbon definitely has. He's on 0-lap hard softs.
Yeah, makes sense. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. He has got 8 seconds of penalties, unfortunately, but everything to gain. If these guys do catch up in time, we could potentially see the safety car dropping this lap, but I think just a touch.
Come on, boys, catch up. We want to go racing again.
We do. We want the green flag, and it's all about getting the heat. You can get the heat back into these tyres. kind of, well, I got them what was it? Was it mediums, I think we were on at the time? We got ours, and yeah, you can get the heat in reasonably quickly. I don't know what the hards will be like. I don't think we're going to go racing this lap, unfortunately. It's going to be next lap around.
Yeah, I think pit stop boys have delayed it by another lap.
Yeah.
So at the end of 19, or should we say 29?
Luckily, it's not been one of those races where it feels like it.
No, it has been pretty fast flowing. But it is a fast flowing track, I just hate driving it.
Yes, but it has been a really good race. We've seen a lot of good, fair driving, a lot of clean overtakes, the use of the DRS to full effect. And now we've got Sarge on his 8-lap old hard tyres, Dynamite and Seppi on 7-lap old hards, Bailey on 6-lap old hards. Of course, these aren't full racing laps for 3 of these. 2 laps to Bergen on his mediums, and LRL Stefan as well with his mediums. Stefan looking for a good result. He's had a difficult season so far and really needs something out the bag here. Wait, you must know now that the safety car coming this lap.
It's got to be in this lap.
Yeah, it's certainly where we've got another good, at least half a lap to go, and then we'll have green flags for 6 racing laps. No DRS, of course, for the first 2 racing laps, and they will be activated on the 3rd lap, of course. It's what they can do, these hard tyre guys. The offset, it doesn't seem too bad. But then you're going to have, not just the offset, you're going to have, is the grip overall going to be there, or is Bergen, is LRL going to be able to have that extra bit to push? And to be fair, this has helped Sarge because he'll finally have 100% back on his battery as well.
Yeah, and only, 6 laps to use it in?
I mean, I'm sure you could do it in 1 if you wanted.
Yeah, 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
I think I used most of mine on last lap. I kept forgetting I had it.
I was trying to push to create a gap and close a gap, and I just ran out of time a little bit. Yeah, and I actually ran out of VRS. But yes, we are. Safety car is finally going in, and now the driver's furiously trying to get that last little beat of heat into the front tyres, into the rears as well, weaving erratically side by side, but of course in a safe manner. So Gissard back in the pack up. Where will he release that Ferrari powered barbershop car? We're going to ride on board. Is he going to go at the last corner? He certainly does. His Dynamite's caught napping a little bit. 7/10 of a second, had a little bit of a kick, but not too much. So he's gone, he's safe. But Dynamite has got Seppi for company. Is Seppi going to try? He looks like he's quickly in a straight line. He's going to go to the outside. No, he's going to move to the inside. Is he close enough? He doesn't. He backs out of it. Dynamite's outbroken himself. He's got a 3-second penalty for it, which it does give you that, unfortunately. I mean, it does suck. I got one of those, mate. I feel your pain, Dean. But he stays ahead just... I mean, I'm not going to lie, that did happen to me, so I can't say too much about it. But that's allowed Sarge to go and get a 1.7 second advantage. Seppi's got the blowhole. Seppi goes wide through 12. And he's got the blowhole of the Baileys for company already. He's going to go have a look into the hairpin. It's not really the overtaking point. It doesn't make the move yet. No DRS. This is all about the straight line speed. All about the traction at this point. 2 seconds now the gap with Sarge. That will put him at the end of play. But just as it stands ahead of Bailey. 1 to 3 second penalties get put in. Donald Duck has now got 3 seconds as well for his troubles. But this is where, because it's so fast, because it's so long, and you said not many really heavy braking zones, that sometimes those tyres, the soft tyre runners, aren't necessarily able to make the most of them. But I tell you what, Chris is right under the wing of Seppi. Right under the wing. He goes to the outside. Is he going to try and make the late break into the turn 27? He's not. Is he going to then try and get the traction on the switchback? He does try it. But Seppi, wow, what a good traction out of there. Really pulled out. Dynamite's pulled 2/10 back on Sarge as well. Don't know if Sarge outbroke himself slightly. But now riding on board as now Seppi is closing on Dynamite. But there's no real team orders between the Willy boys at the moment.
No, they're playing it sensible.
It's one of those that I kind of wonder, okay, Bailey might just say, right, okay, I've had a go, can't do it, you have a go. Because he's got LRL for company, does Bergs. Oh, as Chris Bailey makes the mistake that we saw Seppi do last time around. Cost him a little bit of time, but look, this Berger's got LRL, he's got the two Alpines side by side. Mark Haney's had to move on his teammate. Is he going to have a look at Berger? He's going to try it. Berger with the outside line gets a traction, but Mark Haney's there. He's trying to have a go. Can't make that move. Wow, that was good. That was some serious wheel to wheel.
Bailey seems to be really struggling on these tyres at the moment.
Yep, he's still only got half a second though. It's Seppi seems to have dropped back a slight touch. Donald Duck's had a moment. Donald Duck's gone round. G-Star has also, he might have pitted, I think, looking at the gaps he's made there, unfortunately. I don't know if it was wing damage. But look at this. This is now where, let's have a look. We're going to go back to the top Willy boy at the moment. I don't want to say in top just because he is the lead of the Williams drivers. Dynamite has got that gap back down to 1.3 seconds. Dynamite absolutely going for it, gunning for it now. We've got 4 laps left. DRS is now finally enabled. Dynamite, the return. Well, you did say the set the fastest laps later on in the race. Dynamite's trying it. Lauren Tier's trying it as well now.
Oh, the Alpine boys are having a bit of a ding-dong into the first couple of corners.
Oh, they are. We've nipped back to that one, and now Mark Henry just about keeps ahead of his teammate. But he's also got Ujoni, the resurgent Ujoni. Makes that move. What a move that was. Out of 3, saw them battling, got the traction, then went through into 4. Now we've got Lerapel trying to make a move on the Alpine. It's a bit of the curve, one's a little bit wide. Seppi's now got another 3-second penalty. That's 6 now for Seppi.
Oh, that's not going to do him any favours come the end of the race. Let's have a look at penalties. He's the only one with 6 as well.
Yep, he is. That's going to hamper him.
No,
look at the gaps.
Kid's got 6 as well.
Has Kid got 6?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yes, he had 3, and then he had that trip over the 1 and 2, didn't he? That automatically give you a 3-second penalty.
Mark Ainley's on it like mad, but he's barely any ERS left at all.
Yeah, pushing very, very hard, isn't he? Is Mark Ainley. Just lost my stream there. There we go. Yeah, Mark Ainley. Now another 3-second penalty as well. But look at this, as so Johnny's now side by side with, oh my goodness me. Just side by side with Johnny, does get past, and he's going to have another dozen of DRS because he's got the Williams of Bergen ahead of him, who's just outside of the DRS. Sarge is now 2 seconds, that gap was going again.
Got DRS.
He has, he was just about got it. Mark Henry, his lights flashing, but that is just going to help cancel that out with Mark Henry. Oh, look at that on the inside, this contact, I think it is. Mark Henry's gone round.
Oh, I just missed that one.
Oh, it was a wrong angle, no comment, wrong angle. I think we may see that one in the race too. It's after this one. As Johnny goes wide through the double. I can't remember which corners they are now. I'll give in. Excitement's here, the excitement's there. We knew it was going to happen at some point, and it is. It was a good race we've had so far, but now look at this. This 6 seconds that Seppi and Dynamite have got. That's going to look at the gaps. You've got less than a second between everyone from Seppi all the way down to Saviour, who's now in 11th.
I think
Calvin's
Sarge's
actually
got
under
enough
that.
of a gap to win it at the moment. He's
Yes.
going to be Bailey in second, and probably LRL in third.
Yes, you're dead right with that one, as it stands. So, we've still got 2 more racing laps after this one. Anything's going to happen. Is Bailey going to try and make the move on Seppi? No, he's got those 6 seconds. He'll know Kid Dynamite has got those 6 seconds. But he's going to be gunning for the win. I couldn't tell you the last time Bailey won.
Zandvoort season 7 or 8?
Oh, possibly.
He's won a Zandvoort one, and I think he's won in X.
He has won a few in X. He did win a lot that season. The 2 of us battled for the championship, which was decided
he
here.
won a Zandvoort because I remember him doing it.
So potentially a couple of seasons ago, and I think Seppi got a little bit wide through the end of that first sector.
Chris seems to be struggling with the traction in the first sector.
Yeah,
He has no front end grip, does he?
Yeah, you could see earlier Seppi gone wide once again. Mark Ainley is pitted. Anton is pitted again. Unfortunately, he had a front wing damage early. And now he's pitted. But Bergen now he's getting harassed by O'Joni. We told him he was resurgent, and he really, really is. That Mercedes man he had, well, he had it in second, then took the lead at the start into turn 1. Lost connection issues and was down outside of the point pretty much. And now he's back up into 6 and hammering the other Williams, who's, I don't know if he, I would say he's playing really good. He's not. He wants to get away from the Mercedes man and then the other Alpine behind as quickly as he can. The gap at the front's still 1.4 seconds. Look at this, Johnny really got to run.
I think Ravel's gone round.
Oh, he has. Yes, Liverpool has gone round. That's turn 23 that he's gone round. That very difficult. It's easy. It's probably easy, but at the same time difficult. Look, this Ella, you Johnny get a really good drive off the last corner, but that Bergen still got the DRS, and that's still helping him keep ahead. Calvin's retired. Outside of the last corner, has he done a max attack? Oh, there's a little bit of contact with O'Joni, and O'Joni nearly lost the back end of the back of Bergen.
I think he's lost an end plate.
He has lost an end plate.
Oh, that's a killer on the last lap.
It is. He's got to make his way round. Has that just given Bergen free rein? It looks like it has, to go and chase down his teammate, who seems to have, that gap's grown to 1.3 seconds now.
Reese has gone round.
Oh, he has.
He's just dropped to 12th.
It's
all changing in this last lap.
It is. I can't keep up with who's spun and who's not. I think this is just... The gaps were, as of 2 laps ago, 3rd to 11th were all separated by less than a second. And now we've got Launcher 2.4 to O'Joni with a second to save you in the points. And also then O'Joni at 1.8 now after that contact with Bergen. But he's managed to get away from Lauren. That's I don't know where to look. I don't honestly know where to go, where to look. Now, is Bailey going to allow his teammate to go through? He's flashing on his ERS. Bergen has got the DRS as well. Oh, is he going to have a look into the last corner? Bailey goes a little bit defensive, cuts the line off. But there we go. Jay Sarge is the one, though, coming to the line. Jay Sarge wins the race. Dynamite in second. Seppi, he'll cross the line in third. But who's going to take it? Sarge does take it. Bailey in second. Dynamite in third. Bergen takes fourth. Seppi drops to fifth. LRL is promoted to sixth. O'Joni takes seventh in the end. Loppy didn't cover, unfortunately, takes eighth. What a race from Floppy Loppy. He was quick round here in tier 2. He's proven it, mixing with the tier 1s this evening. Lauren takes ninth. Reese scrapes a point in 10th. Xavier just outside the other Aston Martin, 11th. Fabian takes 12th. Donald Duck, he was so close. He was battling for the lead in the early stages. He'll be disappointed with 13th. Lerapel, after his late spin, and no front wing for him. He takes 14th. Gibbon will be hanging his head proud. He had a difficult race, but takes 15th in the end. Mark Ainley, unlucky as well with that contact with, I think it was a Johnny, and goes round. He takes 16th. G-Star in 17th, and Anton was the last to come across the line out the last corner. And he will finish in 18th position. Non-finishers, Calvin, unfortunately, did not manage to finish, and Nick BT as well. Well, that was exciting. That was good.
Certainly was.
That was fun. Again,
Sarge will be buzzing in that barber shop. First win with no traction control.
It is. It is. Good call.
I was seeing the resurgence of J. Sarge.
Well, we said this in the practice sessions this week on Thursday, I think it was. Might even been last night. Someone said he was quick, and someone said it was you saying, has someone woken him up? Has someone said something to him? And it was just
we were on party for it, weren't we, when we were practicing? And it was like somebody's worked J. Sarge up. He's just put in a killer time. Yeah,
and he's just proved it. He has absolutely proven it. Once again, that's why he's a champion. Are we going to see a late second half of the season dash? That'll fill him with so much confidence going into the Christmas break. Starts 7th, one stops, takes the win. The blowhole of the Bailey takes second place. Dynamite takes third. Bergen, he'll be really, really pleased with fourth. Seppi, starting from the back of the grid, takes fifth. Great race from him. LOL takes 6 in the end. Ujoni in 7th. Floppy Loppy, fantastic race from 15th on the grid. Takes 8th. Lauren Jur in 9th. And Reese rounds out the points in 10th. Of course, these are all preliminary results due to potential stewards' inquiries. And we will then have the results, which will be broadcasted in the Discord, possibly. We're usually about Wednesday, isn't it? Usually. Give or take.
I'll try and get them done tomorrow, but it depends on stewarding.
Stewarding and appeals and whatnot. So hopefully they'll be out tomorrow in Discord, which then will be updated on our Instagram as well. So please don't forget to follow. Don't forget as well to hit the like button, hit the subscribe and ring the bell. Share with your friends, share with your family on all your Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters, MySpaces and Bebos and all the rest of it. If that's still going?
Now you're showing your age.
I know. Hey, that was alright, that. It didn't work, but it was fine. But yes, so as we said, we have got Tier 3, Tier 4 on Wednesday evening around the floodlit plains of Jeddah. MRCX is a special F2 event on Friday evening, and then we have a little bit of a break for some festivities with a fat man wearing red comes down your chimney and just deposits his... No, I'm not going to go there. I can't.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, we know what he does, and we'll leave it at that. And then we'll be back on the 28th, I think it is, for our Christmas special. And then the week after that, of course, in the new year, 2023 kicks off with a race back in China from 7 p.m. But thank you very much to my co-commentator, my partner in crime, Mr. Simba. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
It certainly has. My voice is about to go.
Never disappoints, does it?
It doesn't. My voice is about to go. I'm struggling. Again, as always, on a Monday evening, it's another spectacle to behold, as always, is in MRC. Thank you very much to everyone who watched. Don't forget, like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button, and we will see you in 2 days' time for Tier 3 and Tier 4. And then we'll be back Friday, and then the 28th for our Christmas event, and then back in China in the new year. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you soon, and have a fantastic and merry, merry Christmas. Good night, everybody.